Alright, YouTube, what's going on? It's not gonna be a really nice video, but I got on my studio to find a comment on my video. Now, it wasn't a good video or a good comment, but you know, let's look at this comment. This comment's from Six World, pretty much proving his point that Bleach Rebirth of Souls wasn't going to be as good as Sparking Zero, which was his point. Now, if you watch the video, my point was that the game Rebirth of Souls wasn't going to be a good game. That was my thing about it, you know, especially on launch. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. It wasn't tested, nothing like that. So we're gonna go through this guy's whole comments, and yes, he really wrote me a whole 4-paragraph essay over here, like I'm his goddamn professor. But you know, whatever. Let's get into it. Let me lower my camera a little bit more just so I can read the first paragraph here. We're gonna go paragraph by paragraph here. So let's see. I just found your channel through this video, and I do indeed have Bleach Rebirth of Souls. I will say this to get this out of the way, but I love this game. No questions asked. I think it's wonderful how Bandai made this. I think it caters well to the universe of Bleach. Now, I'm the type of player who doesn't like online ranked play because people take it too seriously. I just want to play the game offline, and when I do feel adventurous, I will try the online. Well, I only tried it once, and I was sitting there for around a solid 15 to 30 minutes. Previous to this, I already knew about the online having connection issues, but I didn't really care because, again, I do not play or like online. So let me get this straight. You like video games, but you don't like online. You know, a lot of games nowadays cater to online play, where sometimes if you don't play online, you're not getting as much rewards as you do offline. And at the same time, there's not really games that you can play offline. You know, look at all the good games that are out now, like Marvel Rivals, shit, this game. Why you, like, another thing I said in the video, it seems if you only like offline play in this game, the only thing you have is story mode. Now, you can sit there and say the game looks good, but like at the end of the day, you're just playing the story of Bleach again. You could go watch the Bleach anime again if you really wanted to. Why are you paying $60 to watch Bleach? Or I guess play through Bleach? Like it's not even like, why do that? Now, like I said, what games are offline? I'm thinking like story modes, like God of War, or I think that new Assassin's Creed game, right? Like there's not really games that are offline, you know, and if they are, they're really story-centered games. So, and again, this is a fighting game. Let's get that point straight. It's a fighting game. But let's get into the next paragraph. Let's see. My camera? Yeah, my camera's good. My camera's good. Okay. As for what was said in this video, my bad. I think the whole topic of how much Bleach Rebirth of Souls will make compared to Dragon Ball Sparking Zero needs to shut down. Who cares if Sparking Zero sold over 4 million copies in 24 hours? I don't care if Bleach Rebirth of Souls only sold 122,000 copies in its first 5 days. By the way, this game is not unfinished, so Six World can go swan dive off a bridge with that garbage. I will say that online does have issues, but not everything is supposed to be centered around online. Now, let me shut you up with that. Not having games centered around online. Let's be honest with ourselves, right? I said the same thing with people trying to say Sparking Zero isn't supposed to be competitive. Now, let's be honest with ourselves. It's a fucking fighting game where you literally are competing against other players. It's like you playing Uno and talking about, yeah, I'm not gonna take it seriously. It's just Uno. Bitch, if you play Uno, you're trying to win. Let's be honest with ourselves. Unless you're just trying to sell other players, and even then, you're trying to get that other player to win. Let's stop. let's stop this argument saying about, oh, it shouldn't be online, or people take fighting games too seriously. Nigga, people take fighting games seriously because you can go to fucking any fighting game tournament and win money off that shit. Niggas have made careers off of fighting game tournaments like Evo. Look at Sonic Fox. Look how much they have made just playing fighting games. Because they're so good at fighting games. You're talking about they take it too seriously. Bitch, that's their job. That's their job. What are you talking about they take it too seriously? I think that's the issue with just you, and maybe it's just a skill issue. I don't know. Because I feel like games that are like, what do you mean they're not everything's supposed to be centered around offline or online? What is there to do offline in these games? What is there to do? Stupid party games? In this game, there is nothing. And this, like you said, well, I'm gonna get to that point in this next paragraph because I already read this paragraph. But okay, and then the whole Sparking Zero compared to Rebirth of Souls, that's a different conversation that Six World had with the community himself, because he said it wasn't going to sell as much as Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, and that's why he was saying like, you guys are hyping up Rebirth of Souls too much because it's not Dragon Ball. That was his point. I agreed with him because Bandai had just released Sparking Zero like 5 months ago, and now they released this game. And he says, by the way, this game is not unfinished. Nigga, there's no ranked mode in this game. What are you talking about? It's not finished. It is not finished. If a game can't function online properly and there's no ranked mode in a fighting game, that means it's unfinished. And another thing, if you guys are finding in the game files that there's a ranked mode in the game files, that means it's not in the game for you to play, which means it's unfinished. That's what that means. What I found out in gaming today, a lot of companies or a lot of people who make games don't release everything that's on the game. Like you hear so much about niggas finding shit in the game files when the game drops, or hidden things that are supposed to be released like in a month or two because they're already in the game. Why is it already in the game and not coming out with the game? You know what I'm saying? Like in fighting games, there's certain, like when a game comes out, you'll find hidden characters that are like not playable yet because they're not released yet. Like why can I find that in the game files if they're already in the game? That's what that means. They're already in the game. It's just you can't access them, which means it's not finished, which means in turn the game's not finished. So him, and then again, the personal shot to Six World is insane, but okay. Talking about he can swan dive, that's crazy. But let's get to the second paragraph, or that's this third paragraph. Only real complaint about this game is that you basically gain points and in-game money to buy stuff in the Urahara shop. But there are literally about 20 things in there, and it's in-game profile stuff. When you do online, they should have added in more stuff like more outfits, voice lines to use against characters when the fight begins and ends, whatever. Just make Urahara shop useful. Other than that, I'm 100% happy with this game. Those 108 players can honestly pound salt and cope. Now, I was going to say this before, and in the second paragraph, there's nothing to do in this game. Like he just said, there's about 20 things to do, and it's probably like the banner or like your character picture or whatever, right? That's probably what he's talking about. But like I said, this game started you off with everything. I've seen brilliant gameplay, but when I see the character select screen, everybody has like every costume already. Why do you have every costume? Like that should be unlocked. That's what I'm saying. These games nowadays, they just see like that. To me, that's something that I think, I'm not gonna say it's unfinished, but that shouldn't be a thing in this. Why the fuck should I have every costume off rip? Why should I have every character off rip? I think there's only one character that you can unlock playing the story mode, and you can't even use them online, I don't think. And if you can, my bad, I didn't research it, but I don't. That's what I've heard. So, but like I said, this game has nothing to it besides playing online or the story mode. And once you're done with story mode, then what? At least when you play online, you can play that online forever. Well, if you get into a match, apparently, considering this nigga said he had to sit through a solid 15 to 30 minutes. But like I said, and I'm gonna just read this last paragraph from here. Six World is garbage, and I find it pathetic that people like you, Six World, and others are complaining about a Bleach game that you have been begging to have for the past 10 plus years. Utterly pathetic behavior. First off, that's a shot at not only me but Six World. But if Six World sees this video or whatever sees this comment, I doubt he's gonna care. But it's directly towards me. He sent it to me. I have not been begging for a fucking Bleach game for 10 plus years. I have not. To be honest, I don't even want to play anime games. I don't. Anime games that come out like this, bad internet connection, bad queue times, no ranked mode, bad mechanics. Look at Sparking Zero. You think I wasn't happy with Sparking Zero either? People are happy with Sparking Zero. I'm not. That game feels clunky, unbalanced. It's supposed to be unbalanced, but I mean, like, this defense, like, simple mechanics in the game feel unbalanced, not characters. Like, simple mechanics in the game feel unbalanced and broken compared to something like Street Fighter or Tekken. I love Tekken and I love Street Fighter, but I cannot sit there and say, oh yeah, Sparking Zero is a contender to be an Evo. No, fuck that. What the fuck? And like I said, there's nothing they can do about that game to make it that way unless they overhaul the whole game. Now, for Bleach games, I have not been begging for a Bleach game. I can care less for a Bleach game. Now, if it was like a Fairy Tail game, because, you know, Fairy Tail is my favorite anime, I'll be down for that. But we're getting little stupid, little RPG games, you know, for Fairy Tail. But, you know, I'm not going to sit there and complain about that, right? I haven't. So to sit there and say I've been begging for 10 plus years, utterly pathetic behavior. Obviously, you have not done any research on me or Six World, because Six World obviously doesn't know anything really about Bleach. He doesn't. So it's crazy that you made that last comment to say that he's garbage. Six World's a great creator, great person. You know, he has his opinions. They may be apparently hot takes, but that's his opinion at the end of the day. I'm not going to sit there and fault the man. And at the same time, half the shit he says, I agree with. Half the shit he says, I think he just gets misunderstood and people just hate on him. You know? So, to have this comment in my comment section with a video with Six World saying his piece about Bleach Rebirth of Souls, pretty much saying that he was right, is just insane. You know? And like we said, and the whole thing with Six World saying this in the first place is because people in the Bleach community being so hostile towards this comment of him saying it's not going to sell as much. And please correct me if I'm wrong, this Bunny Fetor, whatever the fuck, like, you're probably a Bleach fan, and this is the type of behavior that we are talking about. You're being unwelcoming, you're being antagonistic towards us when we have pretty simple, pretty standard opinion on Bleach. Like I said in that video, I believe I love Bleach. Bleach is one of the first animes I ever watched. I've watched it multiple times. You know, 1,000 Year Blood War, hype as shit. I love it. Right? Bankai, if you're an anime fan, you don't know what Bankai is, like, it's insane, bro. It's like Bankai was a meme for when I was in high school, bro. Like, everyone knew Bleach. And yes, I'm a fan, but I'm not begging for a game. I'm not going to sit there and dick ride, you know. I'm going to sit here and look at this from a game perspective and say, this is a fighting game. It is not going to be good because, one, is not going to Evo. 2, it does have a ranked mode. And 2, the connection is bad, apparently. So, to me, that's just a failed game. I feel like a launch day is the best thing a game could have. It's the best day a game's going to have. It's the launch day. If on launch you don't get a lot of like purchases, you gotta hope that the game does well with those people who did. But like I said, this guy had a whole paragraph to say, pretty much saying what I said, or having his point of view. Like I said, you can like playing offline, but don't play a fighting game that primarily is online, is online and is a ranked mode type of game, and complaining about it, right? Like, I don't play Marvel Rivals because I'm starting to get tired of playing games with people who don't know what they're doing in games. You know, I don't play that. So yes, I agree with you that uh, overall the whole Rebirth of Souls and Dragon Ball Sparking Zero debate shouldn't have been a thing, but it was the Bleach community who made it a thing when Six World said what he said. Then the Urahara shop shit should have a lot more. Like, I think the costume should be in there, like you said, some voice lines and more stuff, right? That I agree with you on that. But to sit here and say I'm garbage and I'm a utterly pathetic behavior and shit like that is not needed. They're not tolerated. Like I said, you can have an argument or a debate with someone and be civilized. You don't have to throw shots at them. Like, why the fuck are you over here saying Six World can go swan dive off a bridge? Like why? That's what I'm saying. You're throwing a whole nother nigga that had nothing to do with, well, I'm not gonna say that had nothing to do with this, but like, he can't even sit here and defend himself. It's crazy. But you know, I'm done with this. You know, little creator gotta have some little, you know, little beef somewhere. You know, gotta have some content somewhere. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comment section below, because I think this guy's honestly tripping. You know, but let me know what y'all think. Let me know if I'm doing too much or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here. Y'all have a nice day.